Hello, I am back after a very long hiatus. Hi, buddy. Are you my boy? Okay. Now it's Xenon's turn. All right, hold on. Come here, baby. Come here. Just pretties. Just pretties. Look at how pretty. So sweet. All right. All right. Let me do this, please. Jesus Christ. So I'm making the stained glass design. Put a picture here. It's beautiful. I'm making it in fall colors, so I'm really excited. I've already been talking with Cody. He says he really likes the design of it all, so I think I'm gonna make him one. He said blue, gray, and black, so I'll probably do that next. And I made this sweater. This is called the sunset sweater. Give me one sec to get you a better angle. Not great lighting, but this is the sweater. I have a clip of it talking about it, so I'll insert that here. I have washed it with hot water, and then I dried it on hot. It is 100% cotton, so I was trying to shrink it because it was really big, and now it's only kind of big. Hello. It's Monday. I'm just getting set up for work here. I'm about to clock in, but I'm excited. Ignore all of the pimple patches if you can see them and it's reflective. That's what's going on there, okay? I made this. So it's like an oversized sweater. It's called the sunset sweater. Let me look up who it's by. Sunset crochet sweater by ByKaterina Designs is her YouTube channel. ByKaterina with a K. Is Katrina usually with a K? I don't know. Designs. It's this one here, that one. So I started from this sleeve, which is my favorite little, like, I love that you can see all the colors displayed right here. It's beautiful. I wish that was more consistent throughout. I did not know it was going to stripe. Definitely, I picked the yarn. You know what I mean? Like, I wish the sweater looked like this instead of, like, striped out. It gives, like, kind of like a rustic feel, and that's not what I was going for. I was going for, like, a sunset vibe because sunset sweater. So that sucks, but I really like it. The other thing is I had to sew up just this much on both shoulders. I had to sew that up because it was so large. I didn't do a gauge swatch. I should have, but I didn't. I was kind of all over the place. I did not know what I was doing. I like to jump into crafts not knowing what I'm doing. So, for example, when I started sewing, the first project I sewed was a freaking corset. Okay, that's not normal. And then the second project I tried to sew was my wedding dress. So, like, probably don't do that. I just go, like, balls to the wall, you know what I mean? So, I had not crocheted in years, probably. I was like, whatever, I've never made a big wearable. Like, the last thing I made was it was when we lived at the other house, and it was like 2021, maybe. It was just like a little tank top. Like, it was just like a little summer top. Never wore it because then I lost weight after that and it didn't fit. I was just like, let me just make something huge. I did not do a gauge swatch. It's very large. I feel like I made well, here's the thing. I kind of made the medium size. The sleeves are 36 stitches, and I messed up on this one, but you can't tell, which is cool, but they're 36 inches long, but that's the size small. The size medium is supposed to be 40 inches long. And then from this side to this side, when it's laying flat, it's supposed to be like 186 stitches. For whatever reason, I only did 184, and I didn't realize that. And then I was like, whatever, doesn't matter. So then you then you crochet. I keep saying sew, don't I? Crochet. Then you crochet the front panel, and then you crochet the back panel. And then you start working on the shoulder again. So you crochet for 186 stitches, and then you do the shoulder for like 19 rows. So I have 19 rows on this side. And then I did the front panel and the back panel, which went swimmingly. And then for whatever reason, I did 20 I did 20 rows did 20 rows instead of 19 on this shoulder. I just miscounted, I guess, I don't know. And then I went all the way down, and then I think I had, you're supposed to have 36 around, you know, so then you can match up the sleeve. I have 37, so it's a little bit looser on this side than this side. You know, I didn't do everything right, but all in all, like, it's very comfy. I just wish I maybe made the small because it's large, okay? It's supposed to be medium and it's large. I also took some personal liberties. I did not sew up the ribbing because I wanted it to be like loosey-goosey. So that's what I did. The chair is super squeaky. Okay, yeah. So I'll see you in the next clip or whatever. I think the pattern was really well designed. I think it was very simple. It's definitely, you could probably do it as like a advanced beginner type of person, if that makes sense. I would call myself an advanced beginner. I've been crocheting for a decade, but almost exclusively hats. This is half double crochets, and then the ribbing on the end and the cuffs is single crochet and back loop only, which is what I did for my hats. So this is a very easy design. I messed up, and you can't tell. I'm one of those people that if you mess up however many rows or you mess up some stitches, like, it's a huge garment. Like, you're not going to be able to tell. Also, I am thinking about selling stuff. I think the one thing that really I went wrong in the past, because I did attempt to sell hats that I made in the past, but I went wrong in allowing people to place orders when I had no stock. And I think that amount of like pressure and unknowingness kind of makes me not want to do it. So I really am enjoying the freedom that I have right now of just kind of making whatever I want. And then I'm thinking that I'm gonna do like a drop at some point when I build up enough stock. So yeah, let me know what you think of the sweater. Let me know what you think of me selling product, and if you would buy. My bangs are so gross. Crochet is something that can be expensive. Like, the yarn for this alone was $75, and then add on the 3 weeks that I spent making it. That's a hefty penny, and I know that that's not what people are willing to spend, especially in today's economy, but maybe some ear warmers or some leg warmers, some headbands or bandanas I could make. I could attempt making gloves or something. Hats I can make. So let me know if you have any ideas. I'm not so much into amigurumi, which is like making plushies. But other than that, I'm an open book. So let me know what you would buy if you were to buy something. No obligation to, but just some ideas if you have any. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.